The illusion of love. Let's talk about some manipulative techniques disguised as affection. Love is one of the most profound and beautiful human experiences, a force that inspires art, music, and lifelong commitments. However, not all expressions of love are genuine. Some behaviors masquerade as love, but are, in reality, manipulation. Subtle or overt tactics designed to control, possess, or exploit another person. Today, we will explore the darker side of romantic relationships by examining manipulative techniques often mistaken for love. By understanding these tactics, we can better recognize true love, rooted in respect, trust, and freedom, and distinguish it from emotional manipulation. Before we begin, if you find this discussion insightful, please like, subscribe, and share this video. Not for me, but for anyone in your life who might need to hear this. Manipulation disguised as love hurts silently, and awareness is the first step to breaking free. By sharing knowledge, we empower others to recognize unhealthy patterns and choose relationships built on respect, not control. Now, let's begin. 1. Love bombing. The overwhelming onslaught of affection. What it looks like. Excessive flattery, gifts, and declarations of love very early in the relationship. Phrases like, "I've never felt this way about anyone before," or, "You're my soulmate," within days or weeks of meeting. Constant attention, texting, and demands for time, making the other person feel special, but also overwhelmed. Why it's manipulative. Love bombing is not about genuine connection. It's about creating dependency. The manipulator overwhelms their target with affection to lower their guard, making them more susceptible to control later. Once the victim is emotionally invested, the manipulator may withdraw affection suddenly, leaving the victim desperate to regain their approval. Example: a partner showers you with gifts and attention in the first month, making you feel like you've found the one. But as soon as you're attached, they start criticizing you, making you work harder to earn back their initial affection. 2. Gaslighting. Making you doubt your own reality. What it looks like. Denying things they said or did, making you question your memory. Phrases like, "You're too sensitive," "That never happened," or "You're imagining things." Twisting events to make you feel like you're the irrational one. Why it's manipulative. Gaslighting is a psychological control tactic. By making you doubt your own perceptions, the manipulator gains power over your emotions and decisions. Over time, victims lose confidence in their judgment, becoming more reliant on the manipulator for guidance. Example: you confront your partner about flirting with someone else. Instead of acknowledging it, they say, "You're just insecure. I was just being friendly. You always twist things." Over time, you start believing you're the problem. 3. Isolation. Cutting you off from support systems. What it looks like. Discouraging you from seeing friends or family. They don't understand us. Making you feel guilty for spending time with others. If you really loved me, you'd want to be with me instead. Creating scenarios where you must choose between them and others. Why it's manipulative. Isolation is a control strategy. When you're cut off from outside perspectives, you become more dependent on the manipulator. Abusers use this to ensure you have no one to turn to when their behavior escalates. Example: your partner complains every time you visit your best friend, saying, "You care about them more than me." Eventually, you stop seeing your friend to avoid conflict, leaving you emotionally dependent on your partner. 4. Intermittent reinforcement. Hot and cold behavior. What it looks like. Alternating between extreme affection and sudden withdrawal. One day they're loving, the next they're distant, with no clear reason, keeping you in a state of uncertainty, craving their approval. Why it's manipulative. This technique trains you to seek validation from them, much like a gambler addicted to a slot machine. The unpredictability creates an emotional roller coaster, making you work harder for their attention. Example: they ignore your texts for days, then suddenly show up with grand gestures. You become obsessed with figuring out how to keep them happy, even as their behavior destabilizes you. 5. Guilt tripping. Emotional blackmail. What it looks like. Using your love for them to make you comply. If you loved me, you'd do this for me. Playing the victim. After all I've done for you, this is how you treat me? Making you feel responsible for their emotions. Why it's manipulative. Genuine love doesn't use guilt as a weapon. This tactic forces compliance by making you feel indebted or afraid of being seen as uncaring. Example: you want to take a job in another city, and your partner says, "I guess you don't care if we break up. Do what you want." Now, your excitement is overshadowed by guilt. 6. Future faking. False promises to keep you hooked. What it looks like. Talking about marriage, kids, or a future together, with no real intention to follow through. One day, we'll travel the world together, but they never make concrete plans. Using future fantasies to distract from present mistreatment. Why it's manipulative. This delays accountability. The manipulator keeps you hopeful, so you tolerate bad behavior, waiting for a future that never comes. Example: they cheat, then say, "When we're married, I'll never look at anyone else." You stay, believing they'll change, but they never do. 7. Negging. Backhanded compliments to erode confidence. What it looks like. You're pretty for someone with your background. Most people wouldn't date you, but I see past your flaws. Subtle insults disguised as honesty or teasing. Why it's manipulative. Negging undermines self-esteem, making you seek validation from the manipulator. It's often used to make you feel lucky they're with you, so you tolerate poor treatment. Example: they say, "I love that you don't care about looking perfect like other girls." It seems like a compliment, but it plants insecurity about your appearance. So in conclusion, here's a recap of my talk. Real love versus manipulation. True love is not about control, guilt, mind games, isolation. Real love is respecting boundaries, encouraging independence, building trust, not doubt, consistent kindness, not intermittent rewards. If you recognize these manipulative techniques in your relationship, ask yourself, does this person truly love me, or do they love controlling me? Love should set you free, not keep you in chains. The greatest act of love is choosing yourself when someone else's love demands your surrender. If you found this talk helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who might need it. Love should never be a game of manipulation. Let's spread awareness so others can recognize toxic patterns and choose healthier relationships. Your support helps this channel grow and reach more people who deserve to love and be loved the right way. See you in the next video.